Judy, what's since this is a departure from what they have in the People's Democratic Party, that at the point in time, the people at your local government level, your ward level can actually come together to remove you. And I think Adams Oshiomhole too suffered the same fate. So, is this a new law? Is this a kind of clarity on what? Yes, this.
What I know is that even when at that level you are suspended, the NWC has to ratify it. It's the same thing that happened with Abure in Labour Party. They came, they said they have suspended him. The national leadership of the party said, no, we do not agree. And I think that makes sense because at that ward level, you may play your politics badly at the ward level. And then some ESCO members will turn against you and say, we don't want you anymore. You know? But as national chairman, you belong to everybody. You don't belong to your ward alone, for God's sake.
You're serving at the national level.
You are serving everyone in the party. So if you didn't get your politics right at the grassroots level, at the ward level, and they turned against you, do you then lose your position?
That should not be the final.
Yes, that's the point. The reason people can cite the Oshiomhole example, but that was because the powers that be and the governors at that time didn't want Oshiomhole to continue.
Wanted him out.
You know, a lot of these things, the president is the leader of the party. It is inconceivable, for example, to imagine that somebody, a national chairman, will be kicked out of his position
without the knowledge,
without the buy-in of the president.
It's not possible.
So if a president decided to sit like a bystander or watch events like Ekitibat, it's because he wants that removal to happen. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't forget that interview that the former president granted, where he said that somebody can that it shouldn't be right for somebody to sit in Lagos and be given instruction to the party on what to do. That was a Freudian slip. A Freudian slip that exposed the inner recesses of his heart, exposed how he was thinking.
I remember that interview.
And at the end of the day, he didn't try to save Oshiomhole. I can tell you, Obasanjo as president, he was actually the one sacking national chairmen. You hit Pandedian with him, and then he could give you a sheet of paper to write your resignation. He was the one sacking them. By the nature of our politics, you cannot sack a national chairman at that your base level without the powers that be. Look at how many of them are in the national ESCO, the NWC of the party. Dozens of people. So a group of people in Kano apparently being used by a rival party. Because we've seen clearly that it is the NNPP that is behind what Ganduje is going through. As for some of those groups in the North Central had always believed that it is their turn to produce national chairman. So those ones could be acting independently. But the people in Kano who got up from his word to say, this person has to go, it is as clear as daylight that they are being used by the NNPP. And I've said before that people like Kwankwaso, they still want to go back to the APC, but not with Ganduje as national chairman. They don't want to go back with Ganduje in charge. And Ganduje said something when he went home, when he said in Hausa that whoever joins the APC, I am his father. Do one day she go Jamia APC, ne Ubansa. I am his father. So once they hear such a thing, if they were
contemplating it,
they will say, with this person here, it's dangerous to try to move into this party. So that is one leg. That is one aspect of the struggle. He has
external.
He has problems from outside the party. Then some people within his party, including those people in the North Central, who see this as an opportunity. This is a chance to produce the next. And they've been talking about it for long.
The agitation has been on.
Yes. So, but there's something that I found curious. When they declared that they had suspended Ganduje, at the state level, the working committee at the state level moved quickly and said, no, we at state level, we do not support this. We are against this.
Yes.
We do not support it. They then said, okay. Then the leadership of the party at that ward level, they came out, went to the party secretariat to say, look, we have nothing to do with this. It turned out that the fellow who claimed that he was the advisor, the legal advisor of the party, was a fake person. He was not the person whose name he was bearing. You see this kind of funny things happening in our country. They then said, the national leadership then said, okay, what we do now, all of you, ESCO at that ward level, come to Abuja. They started using ID cards to match faces and discovered that those who were granting those interviews,
addressed the press conference.
yes, who were granting those interviews were impostors. Now, the people using them, seeing that these guys will end up in jail because the party has approached the police to say, look, get to the root of this matter. They are the ones who went to court and got an injunction late last week that the IG must not arrest those who came out to say Ganduje had been suspended. Because they knew these guys were impostors. These guys were fake.
High-level
They are even saying they don't belong to the ESCO of the party at that level. They've been exposed. But why would you use the court? You see the way people are misusing our courts. Why would you use the court to stop the police from doing this work? If they lodge a complaint that these people are fake, allow the police to discover whether indeed they were fake.